Dzień dobry z Warszawa Centralnej.
It is Friday the, what was it, 15th of August, and I'm going south because I'll be meeting my parents in Katowice. So the first leg of my journey is the Intercity to Gliwice, the Kofanti Intercity, which will pull in to this platform in a couple of minutes. Everything nice and orderly, and I have a first class ticket to first Piotrków Trybunalski, where I'll be spending lunchtime. We'll look for a nice restaurant, and in the evening we're off to Częstochowa, which is more south, and it is the, what I believe, sacred religious heart of Poland. First of all, this is Warsaw Central, and I have about an hour and a half of journey to Piotrków Trybunalski. Not sure in what province it is again. Was it Świętokrzyski province? And then we're south. Here we go. I set up for the next hour and a half. I've arrived in Piotrków Trybunalski. I believe that's how I pronounce it, not sure. Train continuing to Gliwice, which is near, it's actually next to Katowice, I believe. And it's said to be a very pretty city, so I guess that's on my list as well. Now, what's the plan for this week? My parents are flying to Katowice with Wizz Air from the Netherlands. We'll go to Pszczyna. Not Pristina in Kosovo, but Pristina, I believe it's called, which is south of Katowice. Then we'll go to Bielsko-Biała, and in each of these places we'll be spending like 2 or 3 nights, and we'll just do a whole week. Distances are quite small. It's because my mom, she just really wants to chill. She doesn't feel like doing long distances, so we'll just do a little bit of a tour, short train trips. For me, it's a bit of a longer trip because I'm packing in, well, some new cities like Piotrków Trybunalski and Częstochowa, where I'll be spending 2 nights tonight, and then it is next week Sunday back from Katowice, pretty much straight when I've dropped off my parents at the airport. So yeah, let's do some exploring. It's a week full of new destinations where I haven't been, so I'm quite excited. Let's traditionally start off with a cleanliness check. Trybunalski, it's not Trybunalski but Trybunalski, it says. 1 cigarette is all I can pretty much find around that. Pretty clean, pretty good. It seems to be a historical town, that's why it is on my list. It's not really on anyone's radar, but I believe, like Radom, it is one of these places that does have some restaurants going on, some architecture, some history, very interesting pretty much. It's never a bad place to just stop by, you know, there's always something to see or do. Plus things are always in development. You have ice cream parlors opening, steakhouses every now and then. Things are on the upswing, and that's generally why I like to explore Poland, because you have just things going on, things are happening. Station's been modernized. Who knows, this will be done in the next coming years, but in general everything's pretty neat. It is a real hot summer's day. It's like 33 degrees. I think it's probably the hottest week in all of the year, so let's see how long this lasts. I did bring my waterproof shoes because there will be some rain probably in Katowice, and I just prefer to have waterproof shoes so it doesn't ruin my day. And brown umbrella, because you never know. We had a bit of a rainy summer until now. Then it's a bit of a Mexican summer, and then who honestly knows? I forgot my swimming shorts. Obviously, that's a shame. I need to buy those as well. I always forget my swimming shorts when I'm on a trip that results in that I have like 20 pairs of sunglasses and 10 swimming shorts at least, which is a bit of an overkill, but I always forget them. Anyway, here we are. Starting off with a walk leading from the station into the center. It is a national holiday today. It's the day of the army, I believe, of the Polish armed forces, and there's a huge military parade today in Warsaw. People wondered if I was actually going there, and some people wondered if I was actually a pacifist, not interested in such things. No, I'm definitely interested. I would go to the parade if I could. I just like ceremonies and stuff. I like traditions. I like history, so I'll probably be finding a bit of a quiet spot where I could admire the whole thing. So I would go, definitely. Nothing against it. I would just go because I've never seen it. Leaving politics completely out of it, it would just be a couple nice hours to see new things. Bulgaria, where I used to live, had parades where I coincidentally have never been, don't know why, but just never was either never in the city or something when that was going on. So Piotrków Trybunalski, just like Kielce, which I've released a video on recently, has historical buildings going on, as you can see. Architecture that is definitely from the pre-war era. I don't believe any of this was reconstructed like fully, like you would see in Warsaw. That's why it is often nice to pop out of Warsaw a little bit, because you get more of actual history inside. I know for a fact that this balcony is historical because you see them like this in Warsaw, but often on completely like half destroyed buildings still left from after the destruction. But buildings with balconies like this, you will need to travel either to Varga to see them, Radom, or just here to Piotrków Trybunalski, because original balconies like this one are a bit of a rarity. It is in decay, but this is 100% original. 100 something years old easily. That's nice to see, you know, actual architecture. First impressions, very pretty city. We have an Orthodox church right here, which is not super common unless you're in bigger urban centers or somewhat in the east, perhaps southeast of Poland. But we are now in the, I believe, Łódź province, right? Is this actually an Orthodox church? Has to be. Very pretty. Yeah, Pravoslavny. I know one when I see one. Huge doors. It's all closed, unfortunately. It's smoking hot, so I'm just keeping my phone from overheating. Which I have right there is a condenser that lets you walk under the vapor, right? And cool down a little bit. Nice place though. It's real nice as well, sort of a fountain with stairs that sort of encourages you to walk in. So I guess it's allowed, more people doing it. Nice to cool down. What a very pretty city. The refreshing fountain was a welcome surprise. So I feel really chilled down right now because of just the water. Let's explore a bit more. Now, by the looks of it, I cannot really assess Piotrków Trybunalski yet, because it might just be one or two streets that are this nice, but by the looks of it, look at this. Would you expect this in... Perhaps historically this is not a random city, but on the map for foreigners it certainly is. Look at this. It's just... I don't know what it is, but it seems a sort of government building by now. Against the blue sky, what a beautiful contrast. Look at this. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous little place to have a stroll. Yeah, I'm really taking a liking to Piotrków Trybunalski. Haven't seen everything yet, but lots of things have been preserved. Look at that corner over there with these balconies. Looks all a bit like Mediterranean. Like a typical Polish city, it seems, with a ton of significant history. I see the old Europe. What was it? Cinema at some time. Seems they're renovating it. Good stuff going on here. Really like the city so far. Let's stroll around a bit more. Just having little streets like this, and the preservation that I can see puts this already in the top list for me for sightseeing of cities in Poland. May sound a bit random, but obviously after the main cities, this comes up pretty high. Suppose this is the main square then. Pretty much confirms my initial impressions. This is one of the better towns I've seen. Just is. Like, it doesn't come ahead of Lublin, for example. But yeah, all of it preserved. This could be like a town in the Czech Republic, you know, where they have a lot more things preserved in general. This is very, very cozy, atmospheric. So I've sat down at pub Sky, which I earlier walked by and I thought, oh, that's nice, old style pub. And then I saw they also have pretty nice food, at least per the recommendations. And there was a super nice waiter here who recommended me some local drinks, both alcohol free. So they have Tribunal beer. I have the lemon version, which is said to be better than the original one. Alcohol free for now, but later on, if it's later in the day, I might have one with alcohol. And the Jawowiec, which I've been told resembles a bit like a Coke. So I'm just thinking that it may be like a Kofola, sort of Czech style. But yeah, just a very nice experience so far. Cheers from Piotrków Trybunalski. Right, we're starting off with Żurek, which I've actually never had before. It seems a bit similar to Bosch Białych Kiełbasa, but also with egg. I'm not quite sure, but it looks very nice. So my phone was overheating, so I couldn't film in time, but I'm enjoying a delicious schabowy here as well. Cheers. The lunch was just amazing. Super friendly guy working there. Gave me a little homemade dessert as well. What a pleasant place. I highly recommend this town. It just... all of it seems, I don't know, it's a little bit like a fairy tale here. On a day like this. And sometimes Poland really is like a fairy tale where suddenly you hear this angelic singing from a church, like here. I'm not a Christian myself. But I can really admire the... oh, it's a wedding ceremony, it seems. Just the whole culture and how this brings people together here. It's their traditions, you know. I feel like I'm in Czech Republic or Hungary, really, just by the I don't know. Often Polish cities have like gaps where parts are like cut out from the war, and if something is put well together or kept well together without significant destruction, it feels as if you're in one of those actual Central European cities where all that destruction was the case. A city like Sopron or something like that. So I'm supposing this was once the synagogue, and by now the regional archive or national archive. Sure, there's a lot of fascinating history here, and gruesome as well.